Hey guys, how are you? I hope you can hear me now. I was rambling on and no one could hear me, which is a sad thing. Um, but yeah, I was learning from a recent article on how to do Facebook Live, and one of their suggestion is like, don't go on Facebook Live and start saying, "Can you hear me? Are you there?" So because you want to go straight into the Facebook Live, and so I avoid doing that. But then see, when I avoid doing that, I actually didn't get a check-in and to know that people can actually hear me. So anyway, I think you should be able to hear me now because I've got the microphone on. I don't see why you can't hear me, but let me just check on with okay. Let me just. Can someone please like the press like or thumbs up if you can hear me, because we had some technical issues before, and I'm trying something different this time, which is trying to use the feature of sharing screen. So that's why I am doing it solo today, because I'm playing with the new share screen so that I can better use this whole software in the future. Cool. Okay, so in today's topic is about reflecting on 2017 and planning for 2018. And so the year is nearly closing in. We've got one more week left till we break and have our holiday. This is a great time for us to start to reflect on what's happened in 2017 and what do we actually want to achieve next year. I can't remember when I got started, but it's been many years now where at the end of the year, I have a habit of always looking back at what I've achieved and then planning what I want to achieve in 2018. And so most of the time, my year, I feel like I've succeeded in the year because I've actually already pre-planned what I wanted to achieve in the next year. So unless you have a goal, unless you know what you want in life, you're not going to get it. You're just going to float around each year and just getting by, and you're not feeling that sense of achievement. So it's always good to actually, and I've kept a journal, an online journal since 2010. So I have this app called Momento, and I used to keep a diary. Every few days I would write in it, or every week or month I would write in it. And it's so good for me because I can actually check back on this time last year, what was happening in my life. This time 5 years ago, what was really happening in my life. And it's so amazing to see the progress, the growth that I've been through. It's also you just feel that sense of like, well done, that, so proud that you went from there to there. And because sometimes life can move so fast that you forget where you've been, what your life was like. Because sometimes when my life is if I'm not happy for some reason, I would look back into my diary and go, oh my God, I've had worse situations in that year, and yet, I was fine. And I wrote that I was happy and I could deal with it and whatever. I was even more stronger when I was having a shit life than even now. So there's no reason to sort of be upset. And so writing down things, reflecting on things is really, really useful. When I used to feel frustrated about something in my life, I would write it down and just go like, right now I'm feeling this and I can't wait for this to happen, just letting it out. It's almost like sharing your secret with your best friend, but it's even more than your best friend. It's you. It's someone that you could keep the secret, you could be honest, be vulnerable with. And so I recommend, if any one of you who haven't got into journaling, I recommend doing it. Nowadays, I don't have much time, so I write once a month. But it's so useful to read back and reflect. And I use a diary as well, which every day I would write like what I'm grateful for this morning, lessons learned for the day, wins for the day, and my targets for the day. And seriously, reflection is always so I'm just saying that you should reflect on your day, because it just gives you that time to like think in of what's really happened, what you're grateful for, and those important questions that you need to reflect on. Okay, so today's topic is about that, and I've created a workbook which I've used some resources that I found online as well as some of my own input. And so I'm going to share with you the workbook that you can download and you can work on it yourself. I've actually gone through it and done it for myself. And so I want you to do it for yourself as well, because I want you to have an awesome 2018. I want you to be proactive in your life rather than just reacting to whatever's happening in your life. So let's get started and let's go into the workbook. I'm just going to explain to you what the workbook looks like. Okay, I think it works. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's there. Okay, so in this workbook, you'll see that it will go through some questions for you. So what's the one word, number one, what's the one word that sums up 2017? Gosh, this year for me is about the one word. It's like we found our one word in OA, which is about love. And ever since we found that love, that word, we were able to drive the company in one direction. Everyone just understands how we want to drive, how to run the business. You know, the way we treat our clients, the way we treat each other, we just knew that we're supposed to give each other love. And so having a one word summarizing certain things in life has been such a transformation for me this year. And I like to apply that to everything in my life now. And so, you know, the resources that I found said that, you know, sum up what's happened in 2017 or sum up in 3 words. You know what? I actually want you to sum it up in 1 word. What is the one word that you felt that could wrap up 2017? Was it something that you worked on? Maybe it's around focus, patience, loving someone, being present. Like, you know, what is that one word that you could sum up 2017? I'll share with you guys some of my answers after the session because I can't open my app right now. Then number 2 is elaborate on why you chose that one word. Like, why is it important to you? So number 3 is what were your happiest moments? It's, you know, things from your work, from your family, personally. What did you do for yourself that made you happy? Even the little things, not just big things that you could think of, just everyday little things that made you happy. What were the good habits you developed or maintained? So, you know, like this year I started waking up at 4 a.m. I love that habit. It's like, I can't believe I could do it. And now it's become such a habit that I feel like crap when I don't wake up at 4 a.m. So the past 2 days I have been so tired that I even slept through the alarm at 4 o'clock. But today was the first day in the week that I actually managed to, you know, make sure. I learned my lesson and kept my phone in the room now because I realized that if I have a really deep sleep, I'm just going to end up slipping through the alarm. So I used to leave it outside so that I could wake up and get out and get the phone. But now I can't trust myself listening to the alarm, so I kept it in. But this year I've done some really great habits like waking up in the morning, exercising very regularly because I've been able to drop off the kids at a certain time and then I fit the gym in. And it's just been because of the lifestyle that I'm in, like the kids aren't small, like a baby anymore. I have a pattern of routine that I can keep up with and it helps me to stick with my health habits as well. This year I combated my drinking habit. I try to, you know, slow down on my drinking. I used to love to party and have a drink, and now I drink a lot less. You know, I wouldn't say that I quit drinking, but a good habit is that I don't love drinking anymore, which is good for me. 5, what new things did you discover about yourself? This year was a really major thing for me because I actually realized that I was still holding on to resentment from my parents. And the way that they raised me up made me feel like I always needed to be really ambitious, make money for myself in order to feel that I'm worthy of their love. And so realizing that I've been holding on to this belief or this resentment for so long, even though it's not even there anymore, like they're happy for me. My husband's happy, everyone's happy for me, and they're not even expecting anything of me. So why am I putting that pressure on myself? So this year I discovered that I was still holding on to those unnecessary beliefs that was not serving me. I was also applying it to my husband, feeling like I need to make a lot of money for myself in order to feel like I'm even or equal to my husband or to feel worthy of his love. And so being able to let go of that and discovering that that was my problem, it was like a big weight off my shoulder. So, you know, think about if you haven't discovered anything about yourself this year, this is something you need to think about next year, because there's always things about yourself that you need to learn more. Like every time you peel out a layer of onion, it's like an onion, you peel out a layer, there's another layer of yourself. You think it's never enough time to learn and to grow. And so although I thought I was in a happy place and I was fine. I just still could discover a bit more. How did you discover more? Just by learning more, reading more books, watching YouTube videos about personal development and mindsets and things, and doing some exercises. And that's how you actually can change or find out things about yourself. What new skills did you learn? I can't remember what I wrote there, but I think one of the biggest things that I wrote there was my creativity. So I used to believe that I'm not a creative person. Like, I was more of a people person. You know, if you told me how to think of an idea or being creative in art or acting or singing or some sort of that sort of art field, I wouldn't be good at it. But this year, I don't know where it came from, but I really love being creative. Like, I guess because I'm no longer busy running the business, the everyday business, my mind is more free, and I'm able to think bigger picture, and I'm able to think, like even when we started to try to focus on how can we love our clients more, how can we love the VAs more, I'm able to think of more creative ways to do things that would serve it. You know, nowadays you see a more cool videos coming from me with animations and things, and that was all my idea. It's all my creativity. And so I didn't realize that I could be creative, and so I really love that new skill that I've developed. And I realized that any skills can be learned. You don't have to be born with that skill. You don't have to be that type of person. Did any negative events happen, and how did you overcome them? Yeah, I think there was a few that happened, and I'm not going to mention it all here, but everything that was negative was a blessing in disguise. It's like I look back now and I'm like, wow, like if it didn't happen, I wouldn't be where I am today. So yes, it did. Then number 8 was good. Name and describe the top 3 people that had the most influence in your life in 2017. I'm not going to go into every questions and answers to give you all my answers, because some of the things is just for me to reflect on and to be honest with. So go on with 2018 planning. So you need to think about, what do you actually want the focus to be in 2018, like that one word focus. My one word focus is going to be tolerance. So I feel like I have very low tolerance with certain things, and I feel like I could improve on that. I wanted to be able to not react to things and tolerate it a bit more, and be able to be proactive in how I deal with certain things in life. And number 3, what do you want to achieve next year in the following areas? So I want you guys to go through each of these important areas, because we need to focus on these areas in order to feel fulfilled, to feel happy. Because if we spend 48 hours a week working, and then the rest of the time just like, I don't know, watching TV, you're going to be missing out on other areas that, like family and friends and health and things that it's important to your growth, to your happiness. I dedicate a portion of my time to each of these things every day, every week. That's why I always feel like I am not in a place of regrets, or I feel fulfilled, I feel content. Because even in one day, I make sure that I have time for my family, friends, work, health, even my personal time. I started doing meditation. And so if you could just break it up even in a day, if it's half an hour things or 1 hour things, you can actually fit a lot of things into your day. So go through that and plan out how you're going to do that. What good habits would you like to develop, or bad habits you like to get rid of? What personal qualities do you want to improve? What new skills would you like to adopt or master? I think one of my skills in the future is I really want to get better at presenting. Like although I don't like public speaking, because I still feel a bit nervous and things, but I feel like it's something that I can get better at, and it can bring me the most leverage. So I am going to, try to not be afraid of public speaking. A lot of people say you don't look shy and you're like natural, but it's really like me holding on to my nerves and just like, calm down. But I get really nervous when I'm about to speak. But when I speak, I'm okay. But once again, it's like I'm not doing something that I'm comfortable with, because I'm not good at it yet. So I hope that when I get better at it, I'll get more comfortable. And then name the people you want to invest most of your time with. And number 8 is, what needs to happen to make you feel that 2018 was a successful year? So if you can already think, pre-plan this and know what you want, you're going to be able to get it. So that's what I want to share with you guys. If you have any questions for me, let me know. But today is about this. And next week, I'm bringing in Bianca to share with us about managing your finance. Because I think, including me, including myself, you know, I had to work on how to manage finance. And you know, everyone, I know it's something that everyone, you know, wants to get better at. And so Bianca loves to talk about finance, and so I'm bringing her on to help answer any questions and give some advice on how you can actually save more money and keep more money for yourself. And what else did I want to say? And yeah, I am staying in Sydney for the New Year's. I'm not really going anywhere. I'm not going overseas because I'm saving it for March to go to Thailand and May to go to the Philippines. And that's it. So I will speak to you guys all soon. And if you have any questions, comment in the comment section below. And I look forward to you guys doing this workbook. And let me know once you've done it, and let me know how you feel about after doing it as well. Or if you have any trouble filling out any questions, let me know. And then I will catch you on the next week's Thursday Inspo. So just for a reminder that we will be doing it on Thursdays next week. Next year, sorry. Yeah, next week and next year, because Friday is not a day for me anymore. I'm trying to take a day off to really spend more time just doing the things that I love. Like I want to do more hobby stuff, doing piano, doing things because I feel like I'm a workaholic. I'm always working, even, you know, Monday to Friday I'm working, and weekends I'm so busy with the kids, I almost feel like I'm not stopping. So I'm hoping that a Friday could just give me that time alone that could help me feel like a peace of mind. And then I think it's going to be able to make me become more creative as well. So that's what I'm going to do. And so I will catch up with you next Thursday, guys. Bye, guys. I will speak to you soon.